How y'all doing out there in video land? This Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. I hope this picture comes out okay. It's really dark outside. Just a cloudy day. Just got off work not too long ago. It's still daytime, but the clouds are out. It's wintertime outside. You know what I'm saying? It's just no sun today. So I hope this comes out okay. I got the light. I did the best I could with the lighting. Let me see. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's just deal with it. But anyway, AWT. Applied Weapons Tech. The scales are here. The project I wanted to do this past weekend is here now. And so we can do it now. All right, so let's go ahead and open it up. What's in my pocket? Today what I carry is my new, oh yeah, Spyderco Shaman, or Shaman. However you want to pronounce it, it's fine with me. Absolutely digging it. I can see why people like this one. It's like a heavy-duty Spyderco. Sort of reminds me of, I'm a cold steel person too, I'm a triads. It sort of reminds me of the AD-10. Even though, if I really do want to use a heavy duty knife, I'd rather use the AD-10. But this feels heavy duty for a Spyderco. It feels a lot more heavy duty than the rest of my Spydercos, my Para 2s and my Manix 2s. Even though the blade stock is still the same thickness as the Para 2, the blade stock thickness comes all the way out towards the tip. But anyway, that's what I'm carrying today. So let's go ahead and do this unboxing. Let's see what we got here. This has got the S45VM blade still. DLC coated with gray micarta handle scales. And it came from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. That's where my Shaman came from. It's a Smoky Mountain Knife Works exclusive. All right. Here we go. These are the blemish scales that I've been wanting to try out. Got a really good deal on them. It was like 40-something bucks. Let's try them out. See what they're all about. One thing I'm curious to find out is if I don't see any blemishes. These look good. Let's hope the fitment's okay. As far as the way they look good. And the colors match. I wonder what the blemish is. So far, it looks like a really good deal. All right, people. And so which one we going to modify? I'm not exactly sure. I'm sort of torn between doing this one. This is the new Magna Cut. This is Salt. Remember, this is the one I did the purple scales on. And I sort of want to do this one because the purple on these scales, the RIT dye, the synthetic dye that I used, and it was really hard to get this material to take the dye too. It's starting to wear off. And I'm starting to see the yellow come through. I don't know if that'll show up okay for you guys. So I'm ready to ditch these scales and try something different. But I actually did get this one. This is another one that you guys haven't seen yet too. This is the CTS BD1N. BD1N. BD1N is better than BD1. BD1 is not the same as BD1N. I think it stands for nitrogen or something like that. But it's another process that they put the BD1 steel through that makes it really hard, and they can use HRCs all the way up to like 63, I think it is. And so even though it's not a powdered steel, it can be hardened to a very high HRC, and it's supposed to be fairly tough. And the edge holding on it, even though it's not a powder or a particle metallurgy or a powdered metallurgy, stainless steel, it still holds the edge. And they use this, and CTS developed this steel, the CTS BD1N, for ball bearings. For ball bearings that needed to be resistant to corrosion. So it's, it's like it's a stainless steel ball bearing steel. So, you know, I wanted to try it out. And they say it holds the edge just about as long as S30V. And I'm totally happy with the way my S30V and Spy 27 works. You know, and S35, that all of them hold edges long enough for me. So if the edge holding is like that, I'll be impressed. They say it's better than Nitro V, and it's also better than the Sandvik 14, you know, whatever, you know, the nomenclature for that. The Sandvik steels, that's real popular, that, you know, in the budget steel market. It still would be considered a budget steel because it's not a super expensive steel, and I'm pretty sure it's an ingot steel. But because of the process that it goes through, it removes more impurities from the steel, the nitrogen, so the steel comes out cleaner, and it's supposed to be able to take a high polish and take a super keen edge and holds the edge fairly well, just like S30V would. But anyway, so I wanted to try it out after I learned about it. At first, I was turned off to BD1 because BD1 to me is more like the standard BD1 is more like AWT. And, you know, even though, you know, I do have BD1 knives, you know, from Cold Steel, and AWT knives from Cold Steel, and they do hold the edge. You know, you could sharpen them up really good and stuff like that, but they won't hold the edge super long. But you can get them razor sharp, hair splitting sharp. But, you know, so I'm gonna try this one out. And I was gonna go ahead and use this one for this kit. But I decided I like this one the way it is. And I don't want to modify it. I just want to leave it like this. So that's what I'm going to do. It's a CTS, it's a DLC coated blade too. I got this for 130 bucks off of Amazon on the Spyderco page or whatever you call it. But anyway, so we're going to do this one. We're going to put this one in these handles. And all these other ones out here, these are just to show, you know, these are the ones that got me into the paramilitary 2s. My very first ones were the military 2s. And this one is totally broken in. There's no blade stick or lock stick or anything like that. And it locks up super tight, centers out perfectly. It does go off center though, because I don't lock tight the pivot if I, you know, fidget with it a whole lot. Eventually it will loosen up and it'll float to the what do you call it, the clip side. Or yeah, this is a right-handed one, so clip side. Absolutely love these. And this is the other one that turned me on to the Manixes. Or the Manix XLs. I've been carrying these for years, since like 2016. I have a whole bunch of them, a bunch of different ones, like, you know, 4 or 5 of them, something like that. This is the one that's in my drawer right now. This is my crew wear. This is the crew wear one. The crew wear one's my favorite. And as you can tell, I've polished it all out, inside out, along the spine. Absolutely love this knife. And the scales on it are from bladescales.com. These are the JG10 scales. The plug came from SD. I got it off of SD. And of course it's got the titanium Ball-Cage. All right. And one reason why I got the Shaman was because I want to do comparisons between these. But let's go ahead and build this one. I'm going to go ahead and move everything off the table. Oh, the paramilitary 2. I absolutely love this knife. The only downside to a paramilitary 2 to me is that it's a right-handed knife. I know they make left-handed models too. But the only left-handed model I've seen so far is in the S45VM blade. I'm tempted to get it because I like left-handed knives too, people. My left hand likes knives too. Like this one's set up for left hand already. So you can tell I planned on keeping it the way it is. Absolutely love it. It's one thing I like about the Manix over the paramilitary 2 and the military 2 is that they're right-handed or left-handed, totally ambidextrous. Absolutely love them. I like them both. I like them both, people. This is the one that we're going to modify. I like them both. This is the one that I did the Benton Boss titanium kit. This is Spy 27. Absolutely love this one too. Anodized everything out to 19 volts after I polished everything. All the titanium. It's beautiful. All right. Let's get some tools out here. Weehaw. And for this one, I think it's just a T8. I think it's a T8 for everything. Oh, this right here. Now this, I'm curious to find out if it's going to work. Because I've seen lots of videos of people say that the AWT kits don't work with the Flytanium ball cages unless you modify things. But this is an aluminum Flytanium ball cage. This is what I plan on using on this kit. Why didn't I get the titanium one? Because everything I read says that aluminum works best with aluminum and titanium works best with titanium. Both of them can work very well with stainless steel, but you don't necessarily want to put titanium with aluminum. That's when you might have some reactions. All right. Anyway, let's take this apart. All right, people. Let's see what this one looks like. Well, let me hit the pause for a second. All right. So let's go ahead and take this sucker apart. Everything down on that side. One thing that's holding together these pins. Let me see if we can push them out. The long screws go with the go with the female end, so I just want to keep everything like sort of organized. The two short screws are the ones that go on the front. See if they come apart now. There we go. Okay, now we're going to take this totally apart. This is going to be cool too, because I'm going to set it up left-handed. We have another kit coming too, that's coming from Original Goat. And that one, I think I'm going to set that one up right-handed. They're both going to have magnet cut blades. All right. Piece will come out. We got one more pin in there that we got to get out. Not that one. We could leave this one in here because we're not going to use that one again, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, and we don't need these pieces either. But we need everything else. See if we get this piece to pop off of here. There we go. Thought I had it off of there. I guess it didn't. That's not gonna work. Maybe I need some wood. Good old Chinese chopstick. Try and get this little piece to separate. There we go. Well, that was a bear. Okay, got those pieces off. This is your pivot right here, pivot assembly. Got my other piece I needed for screwing in. This one goes over here. It's kind of sort of fit these pieces back in here too. Keep everything together. They're just gonna fall out of there. I'm gonna take one of these screws and screw this back together. Or you know what? I can actually put them in here. I don't need to do it like that. But I will leave this screw in here though. Do it like this. Okay, now we got all the parts that we're not using out of the way. Let's go ahead and wipe down things. I really love the lightweight models, people. The lightweight models, you can get some really nice steels for your blades. And they got really nice kits from Original Goat and AWT for these, for the lightweight models. And I'm gonna be doing, using a kit from each company, so you guys can see both kits. All right. Let's see what we got going here. This one where the piece fits in. Like so. Nice fit. I'm still wondering what the blim is. I still don't know what the blim is on this. Supposedly it has a blim. I can't tell if that's D-shaped. Yeah, it is. The flat goes to the top. There's the flat. So go ahead and fit that one in there. Where's my other one? Flat goes to the top. Gotta find the flat. There it is. I'm setting this up left-handed. Oh, it moved on me. Let me make sure I'm seeing the flap right. Now this one, the flap goes to the back. It's at a different place. When everything's don't fit right, always look and see why. Don't try to force things. Okay. Neighbor's horn. Oh, I need to test fit the pivot. Not the pivot, but the this piece. Let me see if this works first, huh? I don't know. It looks like it's. Well, that's the original one. Let's see if this one that we need to see if it works. Looks like the ball goes up. That looks like the. Oh, it doesn't fit. Oh, it does fit. I don't know. That feels okay, people. I'm gonna try it out with the aluminum ball-cage. I'm gonna go ahead and take the ceramic ball out of this one. And the way I do these, because I don't like the ball bearings falling out and everything else like that. So what I do is I take a little bit of lube. Actually, sort of like a lot of lube, I guess. And put it inside the ball cage. You always can wipe off the excess. And then put the ball bearing in there. And I cover it with lube. That'll keep the ball bearing in place. Then I take the spring. Where's my spring at? Over here. The original spring. It's not a custom spring or anything. I lube that too. Now keep that assembly all ready to go. All right. So this is the old one. I'm going to put this one, this is the polymer one. Put it inside of here. All right. It's cool that the ball cage is going to work. I was wondering about that. Okay, let me see. So now we need to do the pivot. And the way that you do the pivot, you have to put the, you got to find out where the flats are first. The flat on this one goes to the top. There's the top. Put a little grease on my fingers. A little bit on the phosphor sprung washer. Then you got to put the washer on this. And then you got to mount it together. I don't know if I got in the D slot. So I'm going to take it off and take a look. See where the D slot is. It goes up. Should be right there. Okay, that's screwed in. Okay, now you're going to take your pivot screw, get the grease off my fingers. Your T8. Just get it finger tight. So everything's nice and seated. Okay, we're good to go. We look like we're good to go there. All right, that's the first part. Then I like to put on the blade next. Put a little bit of drop of oil. Okay. Now we're going to put on this piece with this piece. They sort of have to go on, you know, I sort of found that they sort of have to go on the same time, people. You got to get the hole opened up. Everything, get it on the back of the blade tang. Then you got to hold it. Then you pop out. Looks like we're all seated in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and screw this part in. Now it's one of these short screws that go in the front. T8. Make sure you're lined up. Are we getting in there? Might not be perfectly lined up. Let me see if we're lined up. Let me see what the hole looks like. Looks close. Looks like it should screw in. Let me try the other screw. There we go. Finger tight. Okay, now it's pretty much downhill. All right. Now you just want to go back and make sure you put all these pins back in. The flat one to the top. This one went to the back. Look for the flat. So if I get them laid down without dropping them out. All right. Drop of oil. Lube your washers. Everything's fitting in there good. Let's button it up. Let me wipe everything out first. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I think I'm forgetting one step. This one D-set. I can't remember if this is D-shaped too. Now this one's just a round hole. So that one doesn't matter. It's the other side that matters. Okay. So we're good to go. We got to put the pins back in now. Pop back out. Flat to the top. Flat to the back. Lay it down. Button it up. Lining up. There it goes. Got that fitting in there right? Something doesn't seem right, people. I'm going to undo this again. I think I put the ball bearing tip front end on the top. Ball bearing goes in on the top, not on the bottom. But if you don't get in there right, okay, there we go. Now it's working right. Okay. Okay. It's working. Let's button it up. Put this screw in first. I don't know what the defect is, people. I don't know what the defect is. These scales look nice. I don't see anything wrong with them. This is what they call a defect scale. I don't call this a defect scale. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's finish it up now. I see it's working perfect. This will be going to work with me tomorrow. All right. Yeah, these scales ain't blemished. They pull my leg on that one. I don't think these scales are blemished. Oh, this is going to be a nice knife, people. I'll be carrying this one a lot of years. I can tell you that right now. I like it. And it doesn't feel heavy. Let's weigh it out and see how much it weighs. Finger tight. Finger tight. Finger tight. Finger tight. That's it. Centering looks good. I got a good kit. Nothing's wrong with this kit. Does AWT know who I am and they sent me something that wasn't blemished to try and pretend like it's blemished? Because this doesn't seem blemished to me. I don't know. They might have known that I was going to make a video or something. I don't know. I didn't tell them who I was. So I don't know. So, you know, this should be how they treat the regular customers. The way, you know, because the only company that knows who I am, people, is Original Goat. Original Goat and Snaggletooth. Those are like the only two I think that actually know who I actually am when I order stuff. So what you see me go through is what you would go through. That's the reason why I don't try to edit things and stuff like that, because I try to show you how things really are. You know, how they really are to modify them or to change things on them. I don't want to, you know, like splice things all up and make it look easy. You know, because it's, you know, every time you do something, something's always, you know, not perfect. That's my experience. Look at that. Absolutely love it. Maybe I put the ball bearing in upside down. It's not working right this way. Okay, I'm gonna have to take it back apart. Or is it? Or is that what they were talking about, though? I wonder if it's the ball cage, people. I wonder if the ball cage is not fitting right. That might be an issue. Because right now, when I went to open it up, it does this. And I'm not going to try to force it open, but it looks like the ball cage is not going back far enough. Like it needs to go back a little bit further. I don't know if you can see that. Now when I pull on the ball cage first, it releases. Oh, that's so nice. Let's take it apart and see what it is real quick. Let's see if we can figure it out. Oh man, I love this knife. I hope the ball cage fits. I hope it's something else. The other thing it could possibly be is that I put the ball bearing in the wrong way. And the wrong way would mean that because you don't want the ball bearing to be on the bottom, well then it would fall out. Let me see what's going on here. Lockup is good. Nice solid. It's no wiggle, no wobble, no nothing. And it looks like the ball bearing's in the right way. It must be the ball cage, people. Maybe I'm experiencing what people are talking about. Yeah, because the ball cage gets stopped right there. What's the difference in the size in the ball cage? That's what I'm trying to check out now. Well, the ball cages look like they should be about the same. Oh, I see what it is. This ball cage is shorter. Is that right? Yep, it's a little bit shorter. Just a little bit, though. Yep. I see why it doesn't work. It's the ball cage, people. I think it's the ball cage. I think the ball cage, it fits inside the hole, but these ball cages are longer. So I don't think that's going to work. Not with that ball cage. So let's go ahead and take it all the way apart. I thought we were through, but we're not. See, this is real time. This is no editing. You guys are seeing the real deal here. I'm going to open this up because I don't want the blade to hit anything as I take it apart. So that ball cage does not work. So I'm going to have to use the polymer ball cage. Hope I don't have the same issue on the original goat kit. Gonna come out. The other one come out. Okay, I'll just take it all the way apart. Don't want to fight with it. There we go. All right. So we can't use this ball cage. Let's see if I can show you what I'm talking about. I don't know. Now they look the same. Now they look the same, people. Oh, I see one thing that's different though. Is the stem longer? Let me put them on a flat surface. Because that could be it too. Maybe the stem's too long. No, they look the same. Maybe I had the ball bearing in the wrong way. Let's try it again. Oh, this piece is coming loose. I'm going to go ahead and red Loctite that. Maybe that was the problem. These pieces screw into the other piece. On my other ones, I always like to red Loctite them, and I let them sit. That's why I forgot that's how I did the titanium ones. Because I had a titanium one come apart on me before and I learned that. So the aluminum ones are the same way. Okay, it's in there now. Okay, so the ball bearing goes in from the top, so it means it has to go into the thing from the top. Okay, let's put the spring back on here. I'm gonna try it again, just in case I put it together wrong. This time I know I'm putting it together right though. So if it doesn't work this time, then something else is up. Okay, let's go ahead and screw this together. Need the short screws. There they are. That's a long screw. Hold on. Make sure I got the right screws. That's a long screw. There's another barrel thing. That's a short screw. That's a pivot screw. That's another long screw. So these are two short screws. Okay. Lining up. You can see my holes lined up. Looks pretty close. There we go. Finger tight. Make sure this part's still working. There it goes, locked up again. Popped out on me. Okay, it looks like it's going to work. Okay, let's get all these screws back in it again. Let's try it out. Okay, washer. Everything's already been lubed, so I don't need to re-lube anything. this other pivot screw in first. See if it works. Okay. Maybe I had the ball bearing in upside down. Maybe that's what it was, people. I don't know, it's working now. We're in the twilight zone. You have entered the twilight zone. Don't touch that dial. All right. Finger tight. Now for this one, I need to put my pocket clip on here. Finger tight. Screwed into the finger tight. All right. Put these last two in. We should be good to go. That line up. Looks like it's lined up. I'm going to try something first, though. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, we got operation here. Oh, I'm glad it wasn't the what's the name? The ball-cage, because I really wanted to use the aluminum ball-cage. The polymer ball-cage is okay, people, but I like the way the metal ones have a little bit better grip on them. Okay, so let's go through and tighten everything down. Finger tight. Finger tight. Finger tight. Finger tight. Perfectly centered. Oh, God darn it. All right. This one looks good, people. Look at that. Tell me if you see a flaw. Tell me if you see a blemish. I don't see any blemishes or flaws anywhere. I got these for half price from the company. I do not know what the flaw is. Because sometimes they said it would be like in the finish, like the finishes wouldn't match. Like one side would be a little bit darker and the other side would be a little bit lighter. It looked the same to me. Oh, these are so nice, people. This is a Cerakote finish, black Cerakote. They have a tougher finish. It's like a stage 3 anodization or something. It's supposed to be really tough. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Can I tell you something, people? I think the Manix is my favorite out of all of them. I don't want the militaries to hear. Or the new Shaman. I love the ball bearing lock. I love how it's ambidextrous. How I can use it with either hand with ease. I don't have to have a different knife. That makes it really cool to me. That's one thing that the other one doesn't have. Oh, wow. Love it. Love it. Okay. Oh, man, I love it when the plan comes together. I was a little scared there. I must have put the thing in upside down, people. But now you know what happens if you put the ball bearing in wrong. That's probably what I did. I can't say for sure that's what I did, but after I took things back apart and checked it all out and put it all back together the way I know that's supposed to be going back together, everything worked. Everything worked just fine. I'm loving this one. We're going to weigh these out and see what the weight differences are. Let me get everything put away here real quick. I always like to put away my tools as soon as I get done using them so I don't lose them. All right. Let me see, what else do we need over here? We need this one. We need the Spy 27. These are the 3 ones right here. And I got one more. Yes, I got another salt. I got another one off of Amazon for $120. $120, people. And that one's going to be the one I use on the original goat kit. So they will be getting a brand new salt. And that'll be going to the original goat. Here's my first salt. This is the one I bought used. So including the scales and the knife, it's only like $140 that I spent on making this knife. Oh, wait a minute, plus the $27 for the, or $25 for the cage. $25, so it's like, what, $165? This is a Magna Cut, though. $165 for a Magna Cut knife with aluminum handle scales, custom handle scales. These are AWTs, and they're not blemished, people. They sent me some perfectly good scales. I bet you they know who I am. What do you think? I don't know. You know, maybe that's just what they do. These are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And they're perfectly centered. That's a perfect centering. Perfect. And no side to side, no up and down, no wiggle, no wobble. It is perfect. Oh, and I love the way it looks. The only color that could be better than this one would be purple. I absolutely love it, people. And this is my new lightweight. This is a totally stock lightweight. And I'm going to leave it totally stock. I just put a little bit of oil inside of it, but I didn't take it apart. This knife's never been taken apart. I'm going to leave it like that. And for a couple of reasons. One, since I've been carrying the lightweight, I've sort of fallen in love with that one. I sort of like it better than this one, people. This one's heavy. This one's light, and it's the same size. Okay, let's check out. Let's see how much things weigh here. Let's weigh the big dog first. The big dog, the titanium Manix tube. 5.9 ounces. 5.9 ounces, people. 5.9. I love it. Now we're going to go with the lightweight. This is stocker, totally stocker. This is a stock knife. I'm going to say 3 ounces, 2.9 or 3 ounces, 2.8 or something like that. 2.9 ounces. 2.9 ounces. I know that's going to be probably the lightest one. 2.9 ounces. Next up, this is light too, though. This is a new kid on the block. This the old kid turned into the new kid. This is the Magna Cut. Oh, man, the Magna Cut. Oh, look at that. This one's perfect. I like this one. Okay. 3.2 ounces. 3.2. That's featherweight class for me, people. And you got nice, solid, rigid aluminum. You know, these are 6061. Did I say that? These are 6061 aircraft grade aluminum. Same stuff that they use in motorcycle engine blocks, or your car engine blocks, all that kind of stuff. That's what they use it for. It's commonly used for that. You know, 7075 and 6061 are used in the automobile industry and motorcycle industry and aircraft industry. Oh, these scales are beautiful. Thank you, AWT. I am super, super, super pleased with this build. Magna Cut, aluminum Flytanium Ball-Cage, ceramic ball. Everything else is the stock parts. 6061 aluminum handle scales from AWT with the black Cerakote finish. No scratches, no dings, no marks, no imperfections, no blemishes. I would say this is a perfect knife. Perfect. Thank you, AWT. I know where to get blemished things from now. Get them from AWT. All right, people. Oh, let's compare it to the paramilitary. How much paramilitary weigh? That's a totally stock knife too. That's the G10 model. All right. With the Caribbean handle scale pattern. What does that say? 3.7? 3.7 ounces. Okay, so we're lighter than this one, but heavier than these two. 3.7 ounces. Now we're going to get into the big boys. Let's do the big military. The big military. Military 2. That's one of the knives I love, people. I love the military 2. 4.4. 4.4. Still lighter than this one. Next up. Oh yeah, this is another one that introduced me to all these knives. Well, this is like one of my very first Spydercos was the XL Manix. Not this one. It was all blacked out one with S30V DLC finish. It's black DLC S30V one. I still have it. You guys have seen it. It's worn out looking because I carried the mess out of that one. That was back in 2016. This is the one that's in my box now. This is the crew wear. Oh, yeah. And yes, I do have the salt on pre-order. I do want the salt, people. I do want the salt. So this one's going to be in my box until the salt gets here. The one that this one replaced was my crew wear Crucarda one. My Crucarda one. I have one of those too. The salt replaced the Crucarda. This one, oh, did we weigh it? You gotta weigh it, huh? 5.5 ounces. Still lighter than this one. Okay, Shaman. Shaman. Oh, this is another new one that I really like. Why do I like this one? Because I like the way the handle feels. The grip on this one is awesome. It reminds me of a cold steel knife, people. I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't feel like a Spyderco. It feels more like an Andrew Demko knife, like, you know, because Andrew Demko likes to make these beautiful handles like this, and that's what it reminds me of. The feel of it reminds me of it, and the weight of it reminds me more of an Andrew Demko folder than a Spyderco. When I think of Spydercos, I'm gonna be honest, except for, you know, like the Manix XL. This has always been my heavy duty Spyderco, the Manix XL. And this has always been my light duty Spyderco, the paramilitaries. Why? Because the paramilitary has a thin blade. It starts out thick, but it ends up really thin and really kind of delicate. So I like to use it as a cutter, slicer, mostly like for food prep. It's one of my favorite knives for food prep. And as you know, I use my knives for food prep every day at work. And so that's one reason why I like this one so much. Same thing with this one. This is a good food prep knife too. And this one is more heavy duty. The blade stock is the way, because it's got a flat that comes across here, and there is no like See how this one has like a little thing right here where it extends all the way up here? This one doesn't have that. It's just smooth all the way out to the flat. I bet you that adds strength to the blade because it takes away that weak spot. I'm guessing, people. You know, I'm just looking at the construction of it. You know, I am sort of mechanically inclined. I was a, you know, combat tank mechanic and been a boat mechanic, auto mechanic, motorcycle mechanic, been all kinds of mechanics. And so I could look at something, I could sort of see that this, I think this is a stronger blade type. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is a stronger blade type than these. And it's thicker all the way to the tip. Now this one has always been the one that I've always considered my heavy duty Spyderco. And the Manix still has a thicker tip than the Shaman. Tell me if you see something different. I think the Manix is still thicker at the tip than the Shaman. But the Shaman is thicker throughout the majority of the spine than the Shaman. And the only reason why is because it has a thicker blade stock. I think the Shaman blade stock is like a 3.7. And I'm betting that the Manix is more like a 3.3 or something like that. Maybe 3.5. Let's see what it is. Okay, zero out. Okay, let's see what the Manix is. .16, 3.16, 15. It's almost like a 3.2. I'm gonna say it's like a 3.2 millimeter. 3.64, so that's closer to 3.7 millimeter. 3.6, 3.7, right around there. This one's 3.1 and between 3.1 and 3.2 millimeters thick. 3.64, same thickness. Same thickness as this. 3.62, so they're all like the same thickness. They start off at the same thickness. Manix 2, 3.13, so it's like the same thickness as the Manix XL. So the I'm just going to guess. I'm just going ahead and guess that the Manixes keep the same thicknesses. The blade length and the size of the knife is actually what's different, but the thickness of the blade stock is probably pretty much the same. And the same thing goes for the paramilitaries and the militaries. It looks like their blade thickness is the same, the blade stock. And they have the same blade stock thickness as the Shaman. This one, the only thing that I do not like about it is that when you fold the blade in, this part of the blade hits your finger as you're holding on to the compression lock, and it stops right there. It keeps it from going all the way closed. So you got to move your finger out the way if you want it to close. You got to see how I move my finger out the way real quick, and then it's hard to use the compression lock to open it because you have to get your finger around that tab. See this? Let me see if I can point it out to you. This tab right here, that's part of the blade tank. You have to get your finger around that tab. You have to really think about what you're doing. And then you have to use some wrist. But it can be done, but you just got to figure it out. Whereas like on the paramilitary and the military, you don't have to do that because the blade tank doesn't come up into the area where you release the compression lock at. So these are a lot easier to use if you like to fidget. As far as fidget factor is concerned, the military series rules for the compression lock. I think these are the best. The paramilitary too, it flies. It rocks. I haven't tried the Para 3. I'm probably not going to get the Para 3. That's a little bit too small for me. This is as small as I want to go. I love this one. It's got like a 3.5-inch blade, and it's just perfect. I think this is a perfect EDC. You know, it's pretty close to being a perfect EDC. The only thing you can make it better is if it was truly ambidextrous, which it's not. But they do make left-handed models. The models I've seen in left-hand are CPM S45VN. And that's what my new Shaman is, a CPM S45VN. This is Magna Cut. This was Magna Cut too. This is the new one that we just built. And I'm digging it, people. I'm totally digging it. I bet you this video is getting super long, huh? So we need to cut this video off. But this will be in my pocket tomorrow. Expect to see this for the pocket check. Tuesday pocket check. All right, people. Let me see. We got left-handed, left-handed. Everything else right-handed. All right, these are the two lefties. And I'm loving them. Peace out, Stiletto.